Good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? This is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in CDL. You know how I always do, come live with the news, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's late. It's about 12:19 a.m. But all is well. All is well with me. I realized that over the past 2 months, from May to June, even though I've been extremely, busy, outside of trucking, I do have a life outside of trucking, but I also enjoy being able to share, news with you all on a weekly basis and on a daily basis, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. So in the midst of moving and just taking care of stuff all together, it's just been a lot. But, I realize as well that, with greatness, a lot of times you got to dig deep within in order to get to where you want to get to. And I do want to be able to be on YouTube and, share with you all the information, when it comes to current events, when it comes to trucking, sharing my story as far as what's going on in trucking. I enjoy that. I enjoy that a lot. So, like I said, I'm, as far as like the views and followers and things like that, yeah, it's cool. But, if I don't get anybody to like a video or, anybody to watch, I know that content is still there for me to look back down the line as I continue to grow and be like, man, I started from this spot. So I know I got to just keep pressing the gas, just keep moving forward and just, digging deep, even though when I'm tired. Like I said, I've been on this, the local routes for going on a month now. And like I said, the month of May, trying to transition to a whole new area with moving, getting stuff set up. Yeah, it's just been a lot, but I got to dig deep because, there's other people that's out there doing the same thing that I'm doing and they're still digging deep. So, hey, I promise to dig deep and give y'all the best quality content that I possibly can. I've also been able to get into this book as well. Y'all hold on 1 second. I've been able to finally get into this book. So we'll be talking about this as well. I've had it for almost about 2 or 3 weeks. Like I said, it's just been so busy, but I really had to I had to make myself read a chapter tonight. And, I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But we'll be also talking about, doing a book review on this book, Long Haul. Like I said, so far so good. It kind of reads like a documentary. So, but we'll definitely cover that. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold you all late tonight. I want to just get right into, what this video is going to be about. Like I said, of course, just the intro as far as me just digging deep and, still listening to my body and getting that rest, but also just being able to just continue to still keep you all informed. But I'm on here tonight just to talk about on Tuesday when I was leaving my home, to do some local deliveries up in the North Georgia area, very hilly area. As a matter of fact, got pulled over for a hazmat inspection. When I was driving, it kind of alarmed me. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the lights behind me. Well, I didn't really see the lights behind me, but I heard the sirens behind me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not speeding or anything. So what's really going on? So they pulled me over. I go ahead and grab all my paperwork, grab the hazardous materials book 2024 version, my license, DOT medical card, everything paperwork wise. And I just handed it over to them. It was two two state troopers, part of the Motor Carrier Compliance Division, MCCD. So they pulled me over and everything, told me it was a hazmat inspection. You know, I'm not worried. You know, I strap everything in the truck. You know, I placard everything the right way, so I'm not worried about it at all. You know, I'm like, all right, cool. So he asked me for my hazmat registration, hazmat materials registration, and I got a copy of it, you know, in my semi, but I was thumbing through the folder of the box truck, and I didn't see a copy of it in there. So of course, you know, I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I didn't check the binder, you know, to make sure that that document was in there. Need to remind you all, I've been doing the local deliveries for going on a month now. So I assumed that that document was in there instead of checking. You know, all the paperwork was in there, you know, as far as registration, you name it, everything was in there. Insurance, you name it, everything was in there. But I didn't look for that hazmat registration, which is needed, you know, especially when you're carrying around hazmat. You gotta have that registration inside your truck. So I'm like, oh man, I wonder what's gonna happen now. So the guy was just like, you know, don't worry about it. You know, just make sure that you have it with you moving forward. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So they're checking my load and everything. I had to get out the truck, of course, you know, so they can get on the back and make sure that everything was secure. I did a level 2 inspection. So I'm making sure left turn signal, right turn signal, 4-way flashers, the horn in the front. They did the same thing in the back, left turn, right turn, 4-way flashers, brakes, reverse. Make sure I had my 3 reflective triangles, the fire extinguisher, you know, make sure that that was on green. What else did they do? Oh yeah, windshield wipers, make sure there was fluid in them. So yeah, that was about it. So I had to call my transportation manager. He was like, hey man, just call your transportation manager, just get the information that we need, and then we'll run everything. So I called my transportation manager. I got all the information that was needed, and I'll also be making sure that it's in the truck moving forward. So I got to make sure I shoot an email, you know, to my transportation manager just to get that copy. But yeah, I was able to get the information, you know, was able to provide it to the state troopers. They ran everything came back good. It took about, and it's probably took about over an hour. It took about over an hour to do that full inspection because the guy was new as well. He was brand new. You could tell he was definitely brand new, but I'm not one of those type of people that make it difficult for people to do their job, you know. I had no issue with getting pulled over. I know everything was good and in place outside of me not having that hazmat registration. But them able to run that number, making sure that everything was good. Like I said, you know, that definitely sufficed. But like I said, I'll be getting that copy. But I don't give people a hard time, man. Like, just because you're new, it's like, all right, man, I get it. Like I said, you still got a job to do. And me being prior law enforcement myself, you know, I wasn't gonna give them no hard time. I'm not gonna give nobody a hard time, period. I know I'm not out here doing anything wrong. I know I got the hazmat endorsements on my license. I know nothing. I know I'm not riding dirty. I know I got everything secured properly. So you do your job. You know, I mean, if you find anything, all right, cool. That's just you doing your job. But, you know, he gave me the paperwork back saying everything was good. Just give it to my transportation manager and, you know, just have it back within the 15 days. But yeah, it took about an hour to get that inspection done. But yeah, just make sure that, if you're transporting hazmat, and like I said, this was all on me. Yeah, just make sure that you got all your documentation necessary. Make sure you have the hazardous materials registration in there, and that's deeming that your company is able to transport hazmat. So just make sure you have that as well. But like I said, it was a smooth inspection. He got me out of there, like I said, over an hour. It was right off I-20, right when I got past Stonecrest. So everybody know where that area is right there. It gets kind of congested, in the morning time. So then when I left, of course, I went ahead and made all my deliveries. But as soon as I got on 285, boom, traffic. So I'm like, all right, I already know what type of day it's going to be. But yeah, just make sure you have all your paperwork and everything. And it kind of appears that they pulling over everybody who was transporting hazmat, because I was leaving out yesterday and it was the same thing. I seen truck pulled over right at the same spot that I got pulled over at for a hazmat inspection. So like I said, hey, if you coming through the state of Georgia, or if you drive in Georgia, be prepared. They may not pull you over per se, but they are pulling drivers over for hazmat inspection. But hey, that's all I got. Like I said, it's late. It's 12:30 now, so I'm about to go ahead and wrap it on up and give me some rest and enjoy this weekend. But tomorrow, like I said, I'll be talking about chapter 1 of the book. I'll also be talking about some other things that I'll be doing, in regards to trucking news, just more trucking, like journalism, and maybe even trucking documentaries myself, just talking about, certain people in the industry. But we'll go over that tomorrow when I talk about the book. But make sure you all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, I appreciate the support. I'm still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm close to 500. Like I said, we're gonna just keep at it. You all let me know what it is that you want me to talk about, and I'll do my best to get that information from you. But all my truckers, keep it safe and keep it in the middle of the road. Until next time, I'm out.